Hello, welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to say a few words about what paper to use when we start sketching. So, paper. If we're going to improve our drawing, we need to do a lot of drawing. So we're going to need a lot of paper. So I would very much advise buying cheap sketchbooks. You can usually find a supplier which will sell you a sketchbook for less than €5, less than £5, and an A4 sketchbook really is all you're going to need. If you've got 50 sheets of paper in there or more, then you've got 50 or more drawings. If you use both sides of those pieces of paper, you've got 100 drawings. And it's very important that we're not precious about our work, our drawings, because if we're precious, then we're going to draw very slowly and we're going to care too much about what it looks like, and we're going to be all tight and not really flowing and fluid with it. So I advise to start with literally kind of throwaway paper. You can even just use A4 printer paper. It is really not important. The important thing to start with is just that we're doing lots of drawings. Now, thinnest paper, which you will get like photocopy paper, that's 90 grams, and you will find, you will feel it, and it's very thin, it creases easily, and it's got a very smooth surface, so it hasn't got any roughness to pick up the graphite from the end of your pencil. So it's nice to have sketchbook paper, even very lightweight sketchbook paper. This is 130 gram, which again is a very light piece of paper. But it does have just a wee bit more texture to the surface of the paper, which you can feel with your fingers, and that's probably worth being aware of. If you go up to 200 gram or 300 gram paper, then you will get much nicer paper, but you will then feel a bit precious about it, and you might not want to go through the sketchbook so quickly and effectively do throwaway drawings. It's just not worth spending the money, because unless you're very wealthy and you're quite happy to throw away your money, it's just pointless. It's just pointless. Get a cheap sketchbook and away you go. Now, size, A4, it really is all you need, though it is quite good to have, as well as an A4, a bigger sketchbook. This one is kind of nearly A3. It's not A3, but it's nearly A3, and then over there somewhere at the moment, that size is A3. So A3 being, if you didn't know, exactly twice A4. Now, for portraits, A4 for sketching to start with is really all we need. We can flash through an A4 sketchbook with loads of exercises, and by the time you've got to the end of the sketchbook, you will have really developed. If you like working slightly larger, A3 as well. But I wouldn't advise doing something bigger than that or an expensive paper, because it's not what we need to do and need to know. What we need to do is work quickly and bash through. It's a little bit like our handwriting. When we handwrite, most people type these days, but when we write with a pen, the first few lines when we write kind of feel a little stiff and unfamiliar, but by the time we've written half a page of a letter or whatever we're writing, our writing becomes more fluid. Drawing is the same thing. When you first start, you're going to be tight and stiff, and it's going to feel awkward and unfamiliar. So therefore, it's great to bash through a few drawings like a warm-up, so that when it comes to perhaps doing a longer drawing, you're warmed up. If you get a nice big piece of paper, particularly an expensive piece of paper and nice pencils and all the rest of it, and start straight off on this big expensive piece of paper, you're more likely to get frustrated that it hasn't gone quite as well as you wanted it to. So it's another reason to bash through all these exercises which I will be giving you.